gang, it's Jay from JTech and welcome to another JTech video. And I know I haven't been doing a lot of review videos lately, but today I'll be doing a throwback review of the HTC Inspire 4G. Now this phone came out in 2011 and it still holds up in 2018 with a few features that many phones that cost $1,000 in 2018 still don't have, like headphone jack, SD card features. It's really good to see HTC back in the day how they innovated Android to make it work for so many people. And now in 2018, I'm using this phone in order to show you guys that this phone still has some features that are very important. One thing we forget about HTC in 2017 and also with their new phones coming up is that the HTC Inspire 4G had a removable battery and expandable storage, and also a headphone jack, which the HTC U11, which costs so much, doesn't have. And many of these features in this day and age are overlooked and are still being cancelled by manufacturers like Apple and other manufacturers from China who are removing the headphone jack. The Inspire 4G still has so many of these features. It comes with SRS and Dolby Digital surround sound features that just make quality sound. We know HTC is renowned for boom sound and Beats audio, and now we're going to focus a lot more on this phone in the next shot, so stay tuned and enjoy what you're about to see. The basis of this video was to show how Android Gingerbread would work in 2018, and I must say it's not that bad an experience. The HTC Inspire 4G, despite its many flaws, is a pretty good device to say the least. It has a 4-inch 800 by 480p Super LCD display, and the colors are pretty bright, they're pretty punchy. It's not the brightest screen, especially when you use it outdoors. It's pretty hard visibility, but all in all, it's a very colorful screen, and for 4 inches, that resolution doesn't really seem that bad in this day and age. To put it in perspective, Android Gingerbread at the time was known for its lag and its heavy toll it took on battery life, up until the Galaxy S2 managed to strike a good balance between battery life and multitasking. But back to the HTC Inspire 4G, it has a Snapdragon chipset, 700 MB of RAM, 8 GB of internal storage, and of course comes with a single 8 megapixel camera that's capable of shooting in 720p. Of course, there's a little dot you see at the front of the phone. This is not a front-facing camera. A notification LED that shows if you received any new message or if you missed a call or any other notification. Unfortunately, on this unit, however, the LED stopped working for some reason. The speakers, despite coming with SRS audio enhancement and Dolby Digital surround sound, don't really sound great. It's a single teeny speaker just next to the camera, and I'll be honest with you, it's not the best sounding speaker out there. But once you connect your headphones, yes, it has a headphone jack, people, it sounds really great, and I connected it with my iPod earphones and they worked superb. The HTC Inspire 4G's camera is really very impressive. Even when the phone came out in 2011, many reviewers were impressed by the camera, and I'm still impressed by its capabilities in this day and age. Of course, it doesn't have the many bells and whistles that modern camera have, like capable of shooting 4K or even 1080p video, or optical image stabilization, portrait mode, HDR, all that fancy 2018 nonsense you expect from smartphones in this day and age. But if you take good shots at right angles in proper lighting, this camera is really not that bad. Some of the photos you're seeing here are pretty impressive, and to be honest, I was shocked at just how good this phone's camera is. I couldn't take a sample of the video because of the paltry space, but I will make sure to add a sample later in the link in the description below if you want to check out its video recording capabilities. All in all, in 2018, Android Gingerbread is just as archaic as using Windows 95 in this day and age. Android Gingerbread has many shortcomings, but HTC Sense has made the most of Android Gingerbread on the Inspire 4G, and I really like the intuitiveness and the classic feel that HTC went for on this phone. Well, this is a 7-year-old smartphone, so everything is going to be pretty classic. All in all, I applaud HTC for what they did on their earlier phones like the Desire and the Inspire series, and these phones really show just how good HTC were back in the pump. Fast forward 6 or 7 years down the line, HTC seem to have lost their way in the Android world, and many people are beginning to wonder whether or not we'll get the same old HTC that once dominated, with phones like the One X, the One M8, One M7, and of course the One M9. To wrap it up, the Inspire 4G can still hold it up in 2018. Yeah, sure, it may not have a front-facing camera or the fancy bells and whistles that many modern mid-range phones have, but this phone still has many great features that many flagship phones don't have in this day and age. And I'm really proud to see how HTC used to innovate Android with Sense 3.0 and Android Gingerbread. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you like this video. Shout out to my cameraman PJ for the additional shots, and I'm hoping to do a lot more review videos in this year, so stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It's been Jay from JTech. Talk to you guys next time.